Drum roll, please. All right, one down and many to go.
This is a video of my wife and I installing hardwood flooring in our new house. This is the bare concrete slab, but with lots of paint overspray and drywall compound. I hired a local contractor to come out and clean up the slab. It was well worth the money. Now the foundation is a much better substrate for glue down flooring. It took 8 weeks, but the floor finally got delivered. I moved it into the garage with the fork attachment on my skid steer.
Look at my hot wife there.
And now we have to move it inside so it can sit for 2 weeks and become acclimated. Step 1 on the install is to undercut the jambs. I'm using a multi-saw and a piece of the flooring. That way I cut the jamb off just right and the flooring tucks underneath. Next step is some cleanup.
Dirty work. Are there people interested in watching me clean?
No wall is perfectly straight, so we're snapping chalk lines instead of relying on the wall.
Close. Drum roll, please. Woo. All right, one down and many to go.
This was the first time I'd ever put down glue down flooring. I'll just say our first rows were less than optimal. The next morning I'm scraping up some glue residue and it comes off pretty easy.
Morning.
Make sure things continue to go straight, we're snapping more chalk lines. Here my daughter's holding down the middle of the line and snapping both sides to make sure we get a good straight line. The adhesive we used was Bostik Wood Grip Plus. Pretty pricey stuff, but I think it was worth the money. I got it at our local Lowe's, and some of the stuff like this bucket had sat on the shelf too long and required a little mixing. Our first day's work was high quality, we just weren't very efficient at it. So now I'm showing you clips of days 2 and 3 where we actually knew what we were doing. I found that it's much easier to work from the wood side versus the glue side. Also helps to have a good assistant who can cut the ends. But I'm not sure that's appropriate work attire. At this point in the installation, we almost look like we know what we were doing. This was an enjoyable project once we got going, but doing this full time is, I don't think, a job for somebody in their late 40s. This small pry bar, or cat's paw, ended up being the perfect tool for installing the flooring. You just put it in the groove of the flooring and hammer it in. And because it curves upwards, you don't make a big mess with the glue. This flooring originated as white oak beams pulled out of barns in Ohio. It's got a lot of beauty, but it sometimes has some warp to it. So I'm showing you how I anchor some blocks down to the concrete and then use shims as the wedges to fix any of the warpage. That 2-pound hammer is my favorite hammer. For some reason, it just feels perfect in the hand. And the wedging action of those shims closed up all the gaps. After each section of flooring was glued down, I made sure that it aligned up with the previously made chalk lines. I call this the Texas glue down 2-step. One tip is to put aluminum foil over the surface of the glue before you close up the bucket. This really helps prevent it from clumping up overnight. This block was accidentally glued down overnight, and you can see it stuck pretty good.
So what I'm showing you here is in this hallway, I got a lot going on. I got a threshold, I got a bunch of walls, and then it goes out to the main room here. Gotta fix my dew. Gotta check my drip. So what I'm showing you here is I am dry fitting this area here so that I know everything fits good, and then I will spread the adhesive, and hopefully when I spread, everything will go smooth and I won't have a giant mess. I won't have to make any cuts. So get the dry fit done, make sure it's tight, and then glue this stuff down.
This glue set overnight, and my aluminum foil trick worked like a charm.
I found that you really don't want to put down too much, because if you do, if you don't see a little bit of concrete in the troughs of the grooves, you get squeeze out in between the wood, and that is a giant pain.
I ripped the tongue of the board off on a table saw so it could fit in like this.
Like they used to say on the A-team, I love it when a plan comes together.
I've got 3 of these about 20-pound metal blocks, and they work great for so many things. If you ever have a chance, pick you up something like this. If I was getting paid for this job, you'd almost think I was a professional. Here I'm showing how I mark out around a column. Instead of getting a tape measure out, which could create errors, I'm just going to mark directly off the wall. This piece needs to be notched around the column, so I'm going to mark off the location of each side, and then measure the distance of the notch that needs to be sawn out. The piece fits like it's supposed to. I really think direct marking is preferable to using a tape measure. That's the tail end to Welcome to the Jungle. Nothing beats some 80s rock music for doing some manual labor. Getting close to the final wall, and this project is almost done, and I'm kind of tired of working on it. The final run ended up being an 1/8 of an inch from parallel of the opposite wall, so by using chalk lines, it makes everything stay parallel. It makes the project turn out right. Here's a look at the floor all finished. I think it turned out pretty good. My wife really loves this reclaimed wood flooring. And you know, happy wife, happy life.
Please subscribe.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe as my daughter asked. Please hit thumbs up. Please comment down below. Thanks for watching. God bless. Have a great day.